Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Wanur Bazila. I was appointed as the Halal executive to carry out an internal Halal audit to ensure full compliance with MPPHM 2020 requirements. During the audit, I identified 3 non-conformance, 1 serious and 2 minor. I will now explain each one in detail. Now, let's talk about the first NCR, which is presence of dog and unclean production area. The first and most serious non-conformance was observed in the production area where a dog was found roaming inside the premises. This is a critical violation under halal standards because dogs are classified as najis mughalaza, the most severe form of impurity in Islam. If a dog comes into contact with food processing surfaces or equipment, the affected area must undergo surtout cleansing, which involve 7 washes, one of which must include soap. In addition, the production floor was visibly dirty, with food residue and cream build-up observed. This condition not only compromises cleanliness, but also reflects a failure to maintain proper hygiene practices. This non-conformance violates MPPHM 2020 under Clause 78C, which require that premises shall be fenced or have control mechanism to prevent pets or wild animals, insects and pests from entering or presence in the premise area. The root cause was a lack of proper pest control and failure to secure entry points, which allowed the dog to enter. There was also a lack of routine cleaning and monitoring in the production area. As an immediate correction, the dog was removed and the contaminated area was cleaned. The company must now carry out surtout cleansing in all affected zones and dispose of any ingredient or utensils exposed to the animal. Next, we will talk about the corrective action. Include sealing all external access points, enhancing the pest control schedule, implementing daily cleaning records, and also training staff on how to handle najis mughalaza incidents according to Islamic guidelines. Lastly, this non-conformance is categorized as serious as it directly threatens the halal status of the facility and products. This NCR is under category serious non-conformance is because the violation of halal principle, the presence of a dog which is classified as najis mughalaza, automatically compromise the halal status of the premise and all products in the affected area. Therefore, due to the high risk to halal status, food safety and certification integrity, this NCR is classified as serious. Move on to the next NCR, which worker handling ingredient without glove. The second non-conformance occurred in the production area where a food handler was seen handling ingredient directly with bare hands, without using glove. This was observed while the worker was preparing food filling. This is a violation of hygiene standard and increases the risk of cross-contamination and microbial contamination. In halal-certified environment, all food handlers are required to follow good hygiene practices (GHP) and use appropriate personal protective equipment (PPE), especially when handling ready-to-eat food or sensitive ingredient. The issue violates MPPHM 2020 under Clause 79B, which states that personal hygiene shall always be at a good level, and also 79E, which is personal protective equipment which is appropriate with the intended use or requirement of the job, such as head cover, glove, face mask, safety goggle, and others shall be provided to every worker. So, the root cause was the absence of glove in the production area, possibly due to poor stock management or negligence, and a lack of supervision and enforcement of hygiene SOP. The immediate correction was to stop the worker, provide clean glove, and ensure proper hygiene before allowing the task to continue. For the corrective action, the company must ensure adequate stock of glove, enforce glove usage policies strictly, and provide staff training on hygiene and food handling SOP. A supervisor should be assigned to monitor glove usage throughout production shift. This is considered a minor non-conformance, but it has the potential to escalate if left unaddressed. Why it is minor is because no direct najis or haram element involved. The issue is a hygiene failure, not a halal ingredient contamination. Second, can be corrected immediately. Glove can be supplied, the worker retrained, and food can be reprocessed or disposed of if needed. For the last NCR, disorganized raw material storage area. The third non-conformance was identified in the raw material storage area where the layout and organization were poor. Ingredients were stacked randomly on the floor without proper shelving, separation, or labeling. There was no structure system in place, and materials were exposed to potential contamination from dust, pests, or temperature changes. This violates MPPHM 2020 under Clause 74E, which the storage area shall be in a clean and orderly condition or organized at all times, and also 74F, the storage area shall have complete procedure and records, including clear labeling. The root cause was the lack of an SOP for raw material storage, poor space utilization, and no designated staff for organizing and monitoring stock. The correction was to immediately rearrange the materials, remove items from the floor, and group them by type for easier handling. As a corrective action, the company must install proper shelving units, assign specific zones for different types of ingredient, implement FIFO inventory system, and provide training to store personnel on proper halal compliant storage practices. Although this is a minor non-conformance, it reflects a weak halal assurance system and must be addressed promptly. Why it is minor NCR is because no immediate halal threat, the ingredients themselves are halal, and there is no indication of contamination with najis or haram elements. Second, indirect food safety risk. Poor storage increases risk of spoilage, pests, and cross contact, but no contamination has occurred yet. This issue is categorized as a minor because it's preventable, operational weakness rather than a critical halal breach. To summarize, I identified one serious and two minor non-conformance during the internal halal audit at Ali Dila Sendirian Berhad. The presence of a dark and unclean production area is the most critical issue, requiring immediate to cleansing and facility improvement. The second and third findings, involving bare-handed food handling and disorganized storage, highlight the need for improved hygiene and inventory control. By addressing this issue through proper corrective and preventive actions, the company can strengthen its halal assurance system and move confidently toward halal certification renewal. Thank you for watching and listening to my presentation. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.